terrifying. Hello and welcome, one and all. The chilly month is upon us, and that chill might just wind up going directly down to your bones. Because tonight we are playing World of Horror. That's a horror game. If that somehow came as news to you. Now this doesn't have jump scares. If it does, I'm escaping. It doesn't really have any jump scares that I'm aware of, unless I, wind up accidentally clicking outside of the window. I might have to remove somebody's eyeball, though. That might prove itself a problem. That's fine. Okay, just want to be sure, clear communication is important. Speaking of clear communication, we should probably start the game. This is going to be a fair bit easier to explain if we actually play. I consent to eyeball removal. Okay, just... Huh? Man, I had my pen ready and everything. Yeah. It's your worst nightmare, Mitsu. What is it? I'm canceling my paid vacation again? Because I am totally used to that. Anyway, we should probably actually play this video game at some point. Anyway. You know, if I had a nickel for every game I've played in the past, 3 months that featured a 1-bit palette, I would have 2 nickels. Which is not a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice. Yes, despite being a modern game, World of Horror is designed to look like it was released on a Apple Macintosh from the early 80s. And that means it only displays 2 colors. But hey, you can pick what those colors are. So we can make it black and white. We can make it sorta sepia toned like we're having a long flashback. Can make it a sort of washed out or washed up. It's brown. It's yellow. It is green. Kinda looks like piss. No, wait, this one looks like... Sorry, I spoke too soon. Oh, we can play it on a Virtual Boy. I'm sure that won't do anything bad for your eyes. No, not the green, not the green! Not the green! It's on my... Or it's purple. Or it looks like a murder scene. Not really, it looks more like, could do this, this nice offensive shade of fuchsia. Surely that's the real horror here. We could do... What is that? Inverted? Yeah. Inverted Virtual Boy. There's a lot of options here, and of course, once we've gone all the way through here, we do have the option to do 2 bits instead of 1 bit, which would add an entire 3rd color, and sometimes even a 4th in the background. Oh no, Dr. Bedoyle picked green because favorite color bias. That is hurtful and inaccurate. I don't even like pea soup. Generally speaking, when I'm playing in my own time, I do like playing on 2-bit mode just because... I don't know, it looks actually properly shaded. Like this brown. You can tell it's a modern game because it is in fact very brown. Okay, Nia is very enthusiastic about the color blue. I have to note that down for future reference. And it kind of looks like we've looped it, but we haven't. There's a lot of stuff. The more with the weirder it looks. Yeah, I'll say yeah, it kinda does. It's very easy to overthink this sort of thing. Okay, is that all of them? Nope. Well, you're noting down everything that I like. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, just look at this nice sunset palette. It's like you're in a western-facing house. At like 11 p.m. in summer or 5 p.m. in winter. It's kind of nice. Do I want it to look kind of nice, though? It is meant to be a horror game. This is kind of freaky, but I'm also not sure. This one I could maybe see working. You know, in the interest of not making the game last for goddamn ever, let's go with this just out of the starting gate. Dun 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 dun. Gonna leave it with 2-bit mode just so we can actually kind of see what in God's name is happening here. Now, World of Horror is not quite a roguelike, but a roguelite at the very least, which is to say that it's got a lot of randomization to it. Ow, motherfucker. You showed commendable restraint. I like text on a dark blue background. Yep. Welcome to video games. Anyway, what was I just in the middle of saying? World of Horror is, in fact, a roguelite. We could just punch in the quick play option, start a new background with randomly selected character, but that seems untoward. One of the core ideas behind World of Horror is modularity, allowing you to mix and match various card packs with different content. Simply select card packs you want to be included, and continue by pressing the arrow on the bottom. The base game is always on. I'm sure that will be a surprise to you. Unlockables, I'll leave it off first playthrough just to... More skins, if they're just skins, it doesn't matter. Extended D... There's a lot of... Yeah, we'll just start with the baseline just to start things off. But what, you don't like the Mr. Card Salesman? He's really polite, he gives us cards for free if we ask politely. I think these colors make everything hard to look at. Well, don't blame me. Blame Nia. Oh, one last thing. A tall man left a suitcase for you this morning. He said you'll know the password. I wonder, what could that mean? So yes, we can in fact memorize our seeds if so like. Just give it a randomization a few times. Emols. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. Suitcase is from Arkham, Massachusetts. Let's see what this gets us. Bonk. Wow. Alright, let's begin our actual plots. The city of Shiokawa, Japan, 1980. Excuse me. Something strange is happening in our neighborhood. Who are we going to call? That sounds like something you would say to summon an eldritch monster or something. Most of the random pulls do. Okay, Doctor. Yeah, I'm fine. I just, had enough for some reason I couldn't say the last digit of that number. We do know it's 20 years before the events of the original Mega Man in 2000X, so that's some frame of reference at least. Do you think Mega Man could fight Cthulhu if he wanted to? He is a robot, so theoretically speaking, he shouldn't really feel fear the same way as a human. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. These are just jellyfish, my good man. They're pretty normal. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new, unknown threats. Like this screen breaking up. Ah, the fear and terror. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. The people eat jellyfish? I'm sure it's not impossible, but I don't really know anyone would. They're basically just hollow bags full of water. Might as well just take a shot from a water balloon if that's all you're interested in. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. Did you get a jellyfish torture? Like I just said, I don't really see the points. Anyway, who's supposed to be speaking here? Is this the Crypt Keeper? Are we being introduced to put him in a special episode of that show that he was on? An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you've finally arrived in the doomed town. And now we get to decide who you is. Alright. Difficulty level. We can just pick our difficulty level. And because I'm playing the game in Windows, but the text might not display properly, I can't really fix that. I don't have a second monitor. But anyway, let's start with easy. Yeah, do you really think so? I mean, if you insist. Alright. Skeptic. Threat level lowered. Weakened enemies. Alright. For our first playthrough, we will be starting with our default character. Kiriya Minami. Age 18. Female. Could the ghosts following her in any way be in any way connected? Hold on, let me start again. Scratch that, forget you heard any of that. Transfer student. Kiriya Minami, 18, female. Could the ghosts following her be in any way connected with all the weird events happening in this town? Bonus to knowledge. Penalty to strength. Starts with one random spell. Is it bad? It's not bad, I just figured it might not be that interesting. We can also pick a background, but we will start with the no background because that's another thing I'm gonna have to explain later. If she had taken her Aikido lessons, she wouldn't have suffering from negative strength. Is that really true, though? Aikido's not really a striking martial art, it's more of a judo-esque deflection-based Kojima-dinger. Right. Timeline A, character exclusive cards open. Do not prioritize new content. Do not randomize item statistics. Alright. Soon start as any. Let's go. And we get to our mode. Classic mode. Scenario mode. Endless mode. I'll start with classic mode. Old gods are awakening! Your only chance of survival is solving 5 different mysteries. End of the world is at hand. Aikido seems cool. I've only done judo, so I wonder if there are some similarities. I get the impression there are, but I haven't done either. Yeah, I took Hapkido, which is a Korean striking martial art with a lot of shared lineage with karate, so that's a bit different from what I'm used to. It's not less hands-on, as it were. But enough of that. Somewhere, a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. Did you ever compete in it? No, I didn't. I did very briefly play competitively in my local fencing circuit, but that was pretty small. I ran out of further progression fairly early on. I never had any real ambitions of being a sportsman, as it were. So I wasn't, prepared to go on any long trips for the sake of something like that. But enough of that, because somewhere, a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. We get to pick which god we want to fight, which seems awful polite. And they have their own effects. Kthak-Atrasu, the spider god. The terrible spider god Kthak-Atrasu is once again awakening from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Effect Eternal Web. You can't run from combat. That's actually extremely bad in a game like this. 3 medals, so I guess that was worth something at least. Yeah, something. So it's a good conversation, sort of nothing else. I got 2 medals excuse me. I got 2 medals myself, but they were both, for philosophy and good conduct stuff, never for any, tournament wins or anything. Anyway, yeah. Kthak-Atrasu, spider, webs you up, you can't run from combat. That's extremely bad, but I were playing on easy mode, so I guess it might be worth it. Itothu, the devourer of fire. The supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Bastard. A perfect black marble statue has been recently discovered, and is currently waiting in the Museum of B for its long-awaited premiere. Or maybe it's the Museum of Ooze. Maybe this was a post-apocalyptic game the whole time. This guy's wearing solid gold pants. Where do these cults get all this funding? That's what I'd like to know. Itothu's defects is entropy. Both your damage and your enemies is increased. Real lightning tag game. Okay, tell me, is this actually genuinely bothering you? I'm not. I can switch to a less offensive shade of blue. We can find a compromise for this. I can restart at any time. We've not actually gotten to gameplay yet. And honestly, it is because I can't read. Moody, thank you for the hydrate. Okay. And the stretch, we just started, but I'll get on that momentarily. You're in luck. We're restarting thanks to some issues with our color palette. I am now hydrating. I am now stretching. Oh god, my shoulders. Okay. I'm really interested in this. It looks so cool. It's pretty fun, Moody. Thank you for showing up, by the way. We haven't spoken in a while. I feel bad about that. Anyway, Nia voted that we pick some shade of blue to play on, so If we look through... Oh, we're finally at the ending. Is this gonna, like, give someone epilepsy? That would be bad, actually. Jesus Christ, there's so much in this game. Anywho... Probably would, yeah. That would be extremely bad, actually. I am sorry. That's a bit dark. Do. That red color looks aggressively bad to read on. How's this? This looks good. I like the look of this one. I think the red color looks aggressively bad to read. I feel like that's gotta be like an intentional reference to the Virtual Boy or some such. This one looks comfortable. Alright. Dope. Uncheck all. And... HIJKLMNOPQRS. Perfect. Alright. Don't disappoint me, game. Well. The city of Shiokawa, Japan. 1980, whatever. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comforts, but also new, unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality itself starts to crumble. For some reason they opened a portal to Egypt. That doesn't even seem all that bad, really. That would be really convenient for, like, trade and stuff. Armed with clues, spells, and your own dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city, and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand. And you've finally arrived in the doomed town. Alright, we went over all this already. Because we're doing just a quick playthrough, to start us off, we're going to be playing on the lowest difficulty level, starting with the default character, the transfer student. Yes, hello. No background, not prioritizing new content, using character exclusive perk only, on classic mode. Now, our old god, Fakotharasu, this spider weirdo, will stop us from running from combat. That's actually, like, extremely troublingly bad for this game. Because, it's very Lovecraft-inspired, and that means monsters are real scary and you are small and insignificant. I genuinely prefer to avoid playing this on anything other than the lowest difficulty, unless we're playing on the absolute easiest difficulty. Which we are. And I just kind of impulsively titled this stream after spiders, because I was thinking of horror jokes. So we might do this, or we might do... He told us to the devouring fire. This statue? Is this really a statue? It doesn't look all that carved. Anyway, he destroyed the Library of Alexandria, which means we really want to kick his ass. And he increases both our damage and the damage of enemies, making fights go faster and mistakes more punishing on both sides. Athlas, the Towering Eye. The mad god favors astronomers and magicians, granting them its gift of power that unknowingly brings Athiolas's bloated body closer and closer to Earth. Its cosmic gift means casting spells costs reason instead of spells that should cost reason. I'm sorry, excuse me. Will instead increase doom. Doom! I'll explain doom in more detail once we start game, but what you need to know right now is that you have a lot more of it to lose, but it's way harder to get back once you've lost it. So it sort of makes casting spells into a much longer-term strategy instead of a, you know, cast MP, drink potion sort of deal. But honestly, potions are also pretty hard to get. And Goizel, the thing forsaken by God. I don't see any thing here. Anyway, does anyone have any opinions? Because if we don't, I kind of want to pick... I kind of want to go with Kthak just because... I guess it's like nothing special. I feel like that's probably not true. Anyway, if no one has any strong opinions, I kind of want to do Kthak Amaterasu, A, because I kind of already named the stream Spiders, and B, because I really don't like him, and I would prefer not to play as him on a hard difficulty level, so we'll show him off now. Let's go with Spider. Okay, that is 2 votes for Spiders. In the democratic spirit, I will not be counting my vote more than once. That is going once, going twice. I think that is a majority of people in chat, which means we're going in. Alright. Transfer Student versus the Spider God, out now on HBO. Kthak Amaterasu is once again awakening from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Stop it, before it devours us all. You can't escape from combat encounters. Using the World of Horror backstory. Catch exclusive per cards only, terms and conditions may apply. We are now here. This is the game, kind of, sort of. Because we're playing on the lowest difficulty, we start with 21 stamina and 21 reason. Stamina is HP, if it hits 0, you die. Reason is sanity, like you get in most Call of Cthulhu themed games. If you get punched, you lose stamina. If you see things that make you go insane, you lose reason. If reason hits 0, you go insane, which for gameplay purposes is the same as dying. Our 6 stats are Strength, Dexterity, Perception, Knowledge, Karisuma, and Funding, money. It is cash. We start with no stuff, no weapon, nothing. But because of the transfer student's character bonus, we get 1 spell. Expel Evil. Reduces Doom by 6% in exchange for 2 stamina. Can only be cast once. We can forget spells to gain back reason. Much about that easy in real life. Alright. And then we just kinda are here. I don't really... I kinda wanted an excuse to just kinda examine the Maya the Pixeler, but I don't really have anything to say about it. Let's go to the Lighthouse. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys. Except you actually don't. Because we're playing on the lowest difficulty. So one of them comes pre-opened. They're going very easy on us. That's cool. So yeah, this lighthouse is kind of our end goal. That's what... Gotta get the 4 remaining keys going here, that's where the ritual happens. This is our end game, eyes on the prize, baby. For a transfer student, we are meddling too much. I mean, we know there's an apocalypse coming, what is there to, be concerned about? Feeling of paranoia and discomfort is almost palpable in the air. There's a lot of other stuff here. But most of it is either information we already know or stuff we've already got. Let's just go home. The city's changing so fast you barely recognize it anymore. So this is technically a thing we're not supposed to have yet, but since I'm not playing on a totally naked raw seed, we have unlocked it. We can in fact make stuff change. So we're only at, for example, this is the only thing we really have more than one thing unlocked in. Neighbor. Yeah, you can decide if you want a neighbor or not. Your friendly neighbor enables a mystery and a chance for an ally. So like if I said, hey, I don't want a police station, I value the consistency of the vending machine more, we could say that. You know, if you don't trust the dog, you can make him go away and instead have an occult shop. But this is a quick tutorial video, so I'm gonna leave it on the defaults. You check your mailbox. It's empty. It's empty, chat. Don't worry about it. Anyway, now we're inside our own home. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You are not currently investigating any weird mystery. Maybe you aren't. Recent newspaper clippings and notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. But first... Is it going to rain? God, I hope not. There's a decent amount of, like, little secret Easter eggs in here. For example... this drawer here... And that thing is chunky. Always contains a random item upon starting a game. In this case, we got the library notes. Use. Gain a random spell. Lose 1 to 2 reason. Contains forbidden knowledge. Ooh. You can examine most items. They cover a few dusty and boring books. You can sell it for funds. But we're early game, we're playing on easy mode, we've got reason to burn, let's learn a spell, why don't we? Get more tools in our arsenal. There's one reason. Inside the notes you find a curious passage. You learned regeneration. Spend 2 reason to regain 3 stamina. So if we get our asses kicked, we can fix that. You could leave something to charge here if you had anything. Could watch some TV. Spells seem very limited. Can we restore reason? We can. Yeah, there are ways to do that. For instance, if we take a bath, that will get right back. The shower will help you calm down and do wonders for your sore muscles. Yep, once per visit to the home you can restore 1 stamina and 1 reason with a bath. And then decide if you want to take a cold water bath to regain 1 extra reason, take a hot water bath to regain 1 extra stamina, but we've already peaked both of those, so we will take a warm water bath to get some free XP. See? 5 whole XP. Fantastic. We can watch television. The search for a missing person continues in the forest surrounding Chicago. If you have any information, please contact the police department. Don't have any VHS tapes. Turn off the TV, turn it back on. Change the channel. Quick, change the channel. That's not changing the channel, it's just leaving. The local police are helpless as more and more victims with their throat slashed turn up in the downtown area. That's too bad. Aiden, can you help? No? Okay. Dick. Can change into different outfits. You stand before a mirror, wondering which outfit to wear. You have our transfer student uniform. Just the shirt, this goth getup, and this jacket. Looking good. Yeah. Does think resets? Nope, this is purely cosmetic. Time to go with the goth look. I figured y'all would. That's a nice movie poster. There's one other reason I came up here. Inside the figurine, you find some money. +1 funds. This is another thing we only get once per game. Now we can take a peek through our peephole. I'm sure there's nothing to be found here. You don't see anything weird. Right to town screen. Can't save until we finish at least 1 mystery. We don't have any mods installed. We have nothing in storage. I think that's enough stalling to actually get to the core gameplay loop here. That was the wrong button. Okay, calm down. Show off. Anyway. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping there's something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. Over here we have a solved mystery accounting for the 1 key we got. Which means we have 4 choices left to look at. The curious case of a contagious coma. The eerie episode of evolving eels. The sorrowful saga of the Moonlight sailors. The vicious verses of a violent vigil. And the tranquilizing tale of the Twilight TV terror. We can, like the game said, we can tackle this in any order we want. Over there in the bottom left corner, you can see the endings I've already gotten for the 4/5 of these I've beaten already in previous playthroughs. I don't really have any strong opinions about any of these, I don't think. The general rule is that letter endings go up in order of, worst to best. So A is best ending, B is second best, C is kind of lousy. Generally speaking, if you survive, it isn't super difficult to get good endings in a lot of these. So if nobody has any opinions, I remember the episode of Evolving Eels seems to get a starting place as any. I remember that one being fairly straightforward and being open, as it were, to, being well explained. So if nobody's really emotionally invested in these spooky television stories, I think we'll start out with that one. Okay, you've had your chance of going now. The episode of Evolving Eels. While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around. It's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Kana, your neighbor, the one you turned on during the screen earlier. That weird dude is back. The one who studies fish? Shrug, opening the door. Kana follows and immediately enters the kitchen, while later they return with 2 cans of soda. Aren't you curious what weird fish did he bring this time? They grin. Okay. Well, we don't exactly have an option to not do so, so let's investigate this mystery. This is Kana. Because we got this pull, they joined us as an ally immediately. Their special effects to let us take 1 less damage during combat. Their gender is also randomized every playthrough. I saw the creepy neighbor carrying some jars inside his apartment. I wonder, what weird fish did he bring this time? Will you check it out? He'll surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Please. So there we have it. Game begun. We have an ally. We have a quest. We have some library notes. Theoretically speaking, we could reuse these to get another spell if the need arose. But first we should probably actually play the game a bit. This is World of Horror. As I mentioned, it is a roguelite, but more specifically, it is a roguelite investigation game. We can decide from this list of locations where we want to go, what we want to investigate. By investigating, we will find stuff, get evidence, maybe meet things that will kick our ass or drive us insane, but hey, occupational hazard. There's lots of places we could go. For example, at the school, we could go to the schoolyard. The schoolyard costs Doom to enter, but lets us gossip and recruit allies. Or the library, where we can trade Doom for spells by spending time researching. Or we could go to the store. Buy some stuff. That seems like it's important. I feel naked without a weapon. Our shopkeeper is a dog. Isn't that fantastic? That costs 2 funds, costs 2 funds. Yeah, doggy. I'm sure there's absolutely no reason to mistrust this little fella whatsoever. Anyway, sell me a steak knife. And a flashlight. There we go. The steak knife, one-handed weapon, based on dex, which we have a lot of. The sharpened edge can slice through the toughest cuts of meat. You can only hope that the red stains are from steak. I'll equip this. And a flashlight. It gives us +1 to perception. Hope the batteries are still okay. see our perception has in fact gone up. Right, we're equipped. Now, while we're still early in the game, we're a transfer student, we should probably go to school at some point. Because then, we can recruit some allies. See? There's friends. We can look at them. Kaede is taking their pen apart and putting it back together over and over. They look fine. Hikaru is waiting for class to begin. They seem relaxed. Taru is reading a horror manga about spirals. They look fine. Wanna trade some gossip? She hasn't come to school since last week. Have you heard about this computer program that... If they didn't do those drawings, then who did? Sure, none of that is foreshadowing anything important. But enough of that, this is the actual thing we came here for. We can try to recruit people as allies. Sorry, I don't have time for games. You were always such a kidder. Yeah, it only doesn't work if you just try to approach people out of the blue and recruit them to fight incredible beings most people don't believe exist. But we can share a creepy story for 5 XP. That will make the people more likely to believe us and more likely to join us. Or we can just threaten them, that could make them join us too. But hey, we've only got 5 EXP, so I'd rather not blow it all at once. Besides which, we've got Kana on our side. Right, Kana? Kana smiles faintly. Yeah, you know what's up. Anyway, I'm gonna leave now. So, now actually investigating. We have 2 leads we could pursue right now. First off, there is, of course, the location, big, circled. Investigate the apartments. Akane is asking us, what if our neighbor dies, we'll have to live with the guilt? Yeah, I mean, probably. But hey. So this location that's circled is what we have to do to just directly progress the investigation. In this case, we have to go to the apartments so we can check out what weird fish our creepy neighbor who carried some jars has. But over here you can also see there's a side quest of some sort. Investigate the seaside location twice. Every main mystery has a side quest of this nature you can do whenever. They usually get you some sort of bonus necessary to unlock a good ending or something of that nature. If you go to the place now, we can also find the hardware store. Yeah, we're going. We're going to the hardware store. But hey, time and place. We've investigated long enough. Let's actually look inside the place. Get a starting of a handle on what we're actually looking for. Investigating the apartments. And we got bit by a spider. That's great. Every time you investigate anywhere, you get a random encounter. Some of them just make bullshit happen to you for no reason. Most of them don't, but hey, this is what you expect from your luck when you're in the middle of streaming. Your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous. Now have a random injury. Injury minor. Hopefully it'll go away on its own. It definitely won't. Can't do anything about it now, though. Kid's working at school, right? We could break into his office. What do you mean we shouldn't? Must be empty because he just came back and his classes don't begin until next week. Obviously. So, we can investigate the school. That will give us a completely different array of secrety secrets. Wait. Why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. Jesus, that got infected already? Sorry, I just noticed that. Major injury, -1 dex, -1 perception. Oh god. I just noticed this is going down. I was like, jeez, that progressed quickly. Alright, we can fix this. First off, this will be fine, right? Why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. We could run, but I ain't no coward. Yep, perception was still high enough to get a shit pass on this. They are rolling for this, it is not just a direct binary, are your stats high enough, yes, no. It's like D&D, you know. Sludgy vapors rise slowly upward, forming a perfect spiral. You back away from the window, surprised by this curious phenomena. Do-do-do-do-do. Got 8 experience. The neighbor's office at school was empty. You did find a few jars, all filled with weird, eel-like fish. Despite your protests, Kana decided to take 1 jar home. You ever seen an eel like this? It's freaky! Don't you have a feeling it's watching us? I only sip their soda so calmly, staring at this creepy creature. This creepy creature. Alright, you have fun with that. I'm gonna go get my wound treated. Okay, just like in real life, going to the hospital does cost money. I'm very bad at getting money. Unfortunately, our aid in this case was a bit hasty. Someone receive a combat stamina wound. This is gonna get replaced with a new injury. This sucks. So there we have it. Kana has now taken away their eel. I'm sure nothing bad will come of this. So, what do we want to do now? Could go drop in on them again. We could go back to school. We go to the seaside, which is the thing the game says we kind of might want to consider to do. Now, we are on a bit of a timer. I haven't mentioned yet, the Doom counter, it's up here. Doom is a measurement of how much time we have until they finish summoning the old god and we all die. Lots of stuff makes it go down, very little makes it go up. Investigating makes time pass. Resting at home to heal up makes time pass. So it is important to be a bit proactive. In that case, should we contribute to clearing as quickly as possible? Should we take advantage of these early moments to investigate about just a bit? I've played this route before, I know what I would do. But what's the point of streaming if you aren't going to ask questions like that, you know? The world seems safe enough as is thus far. If nobody would like to ask anything, I guess we can just keep on keeping on, as it were. Mr. B, your neighbor, is a horror manga artist. He's struggling to come up with a satisfying ending for his newest story. We could of course tell him about our experiences. We could leave him to come up with his own stuff. Or we could ask about that picture. I'm not going to ask about that picture. That's a lot. That's a lot to just drop on us directly early out of the way. If it comes up later, I might do it for content. But let's be nice. Let's share. So, have you ever considered writing a horror manga about spirals? Incredible! He shows in excitement. How do you come up with this stuff? Sensing the story will be a huge hit, he pays you a token of appreciation. You got 2 funds, but lost 15 EXP. And now we're all the way back down to 4. I've seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. He paid us $2. I mean, those $2 were enough to pay for a hospital visit. I think it might be a bit more abstract than that. I've seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go check it out. Is this eel even alive? I mean, if you really insist, I'll keep on keeping on. A loud knocking wakes you in the middle of the night. Open up, shouts the deep voice from behind the door. I know you're there. Ah boy, what do we do? Do we get close to the door? Ask what's the matter? Or do we just call the police? Honestly, neither of these options seem particularly intelligent from where I'm sitting. And the police never works in these situations, you're probably right. Dexterity check success. Before we can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you manage to stand still. After a couple of minutes, the man retreats. Probably unsure if you're home after all. You got 5 EXP. For not dying. Connor was right. Someone tried to burn some papers. Must have been in a hurry because some of the papers look salvageable. You both return to your apartment and try to decipher the notes. You got burnt notes. Legends from the prefecture eels tell of a small village of robbers who would kill all visitors and dump their corpse into a lake full of eels. Eels of the prefecture and lay their eggs inside human. That's remarkably coherent considering. And awfully creepy. Don't actually need to have these on a person anymore, so we'll put these in storage. Your amount of slots you have to carry stuff in is astonishingly limited, actually. That's so weird. Your neighbor really was into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. Truly horrifying. I feel like we've spent a lot of time at this neighborhood, but if you hang out with Kona some more, I won't stop you. Click. And we hear rustling on the other side of your apartment door. Someone is trying to get in. Boom! Oh boy, now we're in combat with the apartment stalker. Yep, they wouldn't have given us HP if this wasn't going to happen at some point. Combat works on a sort of initiative feature. You pick moves you can make to fill up. We can't run away, that is Fighter Boy's effect. And they take time. And depending on how much time you spend, determines how much stuff you can do. He's kinda made of meat. Alright. I want to not get my ass kicked. So before anything else, I'm gonna dodge. Glad we can kill the person who's spying on our apartment, that's satisfying. Yeah, I'm sure everything will be fine. Okay. You can trade reason for stamina, and you can trade stamina for reason, but not both. Anyway, I would like to not die to this man, so I'm going to start by dodging. Based on dex, which is pretty high, drastically lowers the enemy's hit chance. We can assess the situation. We can trade EXP. EXP is used for leveling up, but the game contains a bunch of stuff you can spend it on beforehand. If you've got a police station in your city area, you can sell it for money. You can use it in combat to raise your own hit rates for the rest of the encounter. Alright. Our 2-hit chance with this knife is only 50-50. If we boost it, it'll only go up to 60. This might actually be bad. God, why do we suck so hard? Let's just see how this works. Cross your fingers, chat. Nope, he hit us. Alright. There's a rumor of a masked assailant going door to door, beating the tenants with a blunt weapon. But that's just a story. Right? Attacks has a random chance of causing concussion. And guess what? You slash him, he hits you with a baseball bat. You got a concussion. -1 knowledge until the end of the current mystery. And we've still got a decent amount, that's not terrible. Still can't run, so I guess we'll, try again. You can only hit him once, regardless of what we actually do, so I guess we'll just take a heavy attack. We can save this sequence so we don't have to manually re-enter it every time we hit. And let's punch out. You missed. Well, he missed. Great, okay. You slash him. He hits us. Good news is we already have brain damage, which means we can't get more brain damage. You know, with it's a bit like... I don't know what it's like. What can you not have if you already have it? Truly a conundrum. Stab him, dodge, okay. We're slowly nickeling him down. Our current hit rate is lowered by 20%, that's really rough. You missed. He bashes you. Alright. You know what? The steak knife is not doing all that great. But it is so much more damage. I guess we'll just keep on trying. Bash him in the baseball bat. This guy is... What is the point of having all these decks? I mean, really? Two, 4, 6. If all of these hit, he'll die. You missed. Dang it. Alright, I'm tired of dealing with you. There. It's dead now. This is why I do not like effects. But on the upside, we got 12 EXP, and his bat. Alright. School's bat. Baseball bat used by the school's team. Was the crazy serial killer actually one of our classmates? Who can say? Alright, deals 4 damage. Goes 3 damage, speed 72. 95 speed goes down by a bit. Damage goes up by 1, chance to hit goes up by 1. It's not dex based, but I actually think this might be a better item. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. You shrug non-committally. I just wish you could throw this damn jar in the trash. Now, Kana, what are you thinking? Your -1 damage effect wasn't actually all that helpful against an enemy that only deals 1 damage. God, we have so many concussions, dear God. Anyway, apparently we're splitting up even though Kana is still in our party for gameplay purposes, because we're going to the seaside, baby. Yeah. Ta-dunk, ta-dunk, ta-dunk. The military exercise makes you feel safer. Are guns enough to stop the unspeakable horrors lurking out there? You lost 4 more doom happened, I guess that's how we'll put it, but we gained 2 reason. We had max reason before we got here, so that's just kind of not actually helpful. Next game. Thinking of how stupid it is of Kana to try to break into your neighbor's apartment, you go to sleep. You spent an entire day waiting for Kana. Where the hell are they? Next day, you go back to school, because that's what we did back then. None of you joined me. You kid was waiting for class to begin, they seem relaxed. Kairi is taking their pen apart and putting it back together over and over again. They look fine. I like your design. Todd was reading a horror manga. You're the same guy. How'd you do on your English exam? Fantastic. It's like I speak it or something. Yesterday, she told me she saw it again. Recently the tap water in my neighborhood has started tasting weird. Almost like lead. They really need to replace those old pipes. Alright, well, when do you join me now? You're such a kidder, so I don't have time for games. I tried. Anyway, I guess we'll investigate now. Kana did in fact leave. Hey, look at this guy. Boo. Kana has been missing since yesterday. You decide to check out the neighbor's apartment yourself. At the end of every case, we will encounter this location, the target location. When we get there, we will not be able to do anything but go there. So I guess we have been tied down. Let's go see what Kana's been up to while we were out. You cautiously enter your neighbor's kitchen. You are shocked to see something you can't read because this game is not at all playtested on windowed mode. But look at all these jars. They're full of little worms. We can go places now. We can go to the bathroom. We can go to the bedroom. We can run like the devil. What seems like the smart answer here? I wonder. Chat, what do you think we should do? It'd be boring to watch someone who just directly already knows the answer. Do we risk it? Do we go, you can? That seems safe. What are you all thinking? It's like they're having a party. Yeah. Unts. Okay, I'm bored now. I'm gonna go and look in the bedroom. Finally find Kana. I found the neighbor. But when his eye burst, I slipped on the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye now, too. We have to go to the hospital. We have to puncture their eye. Now. -3 reason. Chat. How squeamish are you? Do we trust this to the professionals? Or do we think there isn't any time left to waste? Is everyone ready? We have the reason to burn. Well, if you insist. Don't say I didn't warn you. Alright. Okay, yeah, in all seriousness, severe squeamishness warning. Alright, I will tell you when it is safe to look away. I am about to enter the needle into the eyeball in 3, 2, 1, now. Goodness me, that is a lot of blood. Goodness me, that is a lot of eels. Shocked. You see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Would Kana even survive the blood loss? Okay, the details are off screen. It is now safe to look back at the display. You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater, and you collapse on a chair in the waiting area. Okay, you can take a nap now. Yep, dude, you've been oversleeping for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend Kana is wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? I couldn't exactly tell the doctors the truth about what happened, and I'm pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon. But thank you for saving my life. You still process the events of the previous night. Corpse-eating eels that lay their eggs in eyes. Sitting with your friend Kana before your apartment building, you watch the police officers emptying your neighbor's place. Eerie episode of evolving eels. Ending A. We got 30 XP for clearing the map. Got -5 doom for clearing the map. Got 1 reason and 1 stamina for doing it all without ever taking any breaks. And a day passed. It must be awkward to wink when you only have 1 eye. How do people know you're winking and not just blinking or closing your eyes? I don't think it would be that difficult. You just have to kind of like, sort of, smile and just like cock your head. A bit like, oh, I can't do it because I'm just a PNG, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm getting. You know what I'm getting at. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, the old god stirs after every stage, which increases town effects. Roads leading out of town were closed by the police. You'll have to find a new way out. What that means in terms of gameplay is that investigating a village, mansion, or forest costs 1% more doom than it did previously. On the plus side, because we saved Kama, they're not dead. So we still get their effect. And they're still just smiling at us. When we head back home, inside your mailbox, we find a small key. What's it doing there? Well, I can tell you that right now. It opens one of the locks in the lighthouse. There we go. It opens one of the locks on this lighthouse. So there we have it. 2 down, 3 to go. Alright, let's swing back home. It's been raining since morning. Like I said, these do not refill between stages. But hey, we're still looking pretty good. And we don't have a concussion anymore. What we do have is a nice shower. And since our stamina's a... I was about to say since our stamina's a bit low, but that's not a terrible score. And if we could easily afford to take the extra ESP. It wouldn't cost us anything. Well, it's important to do stuff like that. Well, you still have the opportunity. Hey, what's on TV? The TV host is gutting a big octopus. At least that's what she claims. There are way too many tentacles. That's spooky. You still don't see anything weird when you peep out the peephole. So, let's start a new mystery. You've cleared the eerie episode of Evolving Eels, which leaves us with a curious case of a contagious coma. The sorrowful saga of the Moonlight sailors. And the vicious verses of a violent vigil. And the tranquilizing tale of the Twilight TV terror. They all sound equally spooky. Yes, what would you like to say? If we went with the one with the sailors, we'd still be on theme. Violent Vigil seems very traditional horror-esque. Or we could sit back and watch some more TV, that's always fun. Wonder who's gonna wind up in a coma. Will it be us? Will we have to go on a coma dream adventure? I hate going on coma dream adventures. Well, if nobody has any opinions, I am perfectly content to do the sailors. Okay? Okay. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. A dark, writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. It better not be another eel. It's totally gonna be another eel. He hid himself away for a week You know, a really slimy. You know what other sea creature is really slimy? Eels. Case closed. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it. Not to be seen until one moonlit night, when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away. A single lantern swinging at the helm, and the captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. Now, more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile oozes in their nets. And one by one, they are all disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. That's cool. You start your investigation, hoping to overhear some rumors at the fish market. Our secret bonus for this case is to discard 2 item cards. And I can do that right now. We'll discard this. We got our knife. And for completing our side quest, we get bonuses. You find a huge pile of nets and hooks preparing for the big hunt. You quickly throw them into the ocean. Maybe that'll stop them from sailing out. Remember, kids, always investigate the local garbage dump. Will you all join me now? It's really coming down today. Reiko was waiting for class to begin. There's something off about them. Kairi is taking their pen apart. Hikaru is staring at the clouds. They look like heads. They seem relaxed. He wasn't the same since he came back. Yeah. Poor Joey. He hasn't been the same since he lost his genitals in that horrible mining cart accident. It's been so hard to get any sleep lately. Bitch, me too, the fuck? Yesterday, she told me she saw it again. Alright. Join me? Sounds strange, but I believe in you. Hey, we got a new friend! Yeah! He sucks and he reduces our stats. Get out of here. Wait, talk to me first. I smiles faintly. You don't even have unique dialogue. Get out of here. The shitty party members are always the ones that join us. Have you sell me things? Alright. He is perfectly content selling smokes to teenagers. Sells a compass. Sells some salt. A map. A sewing kit. We can use to sew that together. 2 funds, 2 funds. You might have picked up on this already, but I like getting XP. Let's check this out. It will surely be useful. Alright, let's level up. You start your investigation hoping to overhear some rumors in the fish market. Kana, it's just you and me against the world. Let's head downtown. You wonder what kind of animal a spider caught in its web. You scare away the annoyed predator and rip open the cocoon to reveal a human finger. That was the scary bit, please scream. Lies to a reason, gain an item. A ring. +1 strength, -2 max reason. Well, we're currently below max reason. Our strength is kinda shit. It's surprisingly heavy. It's not actually made of stone, is it? If we use it, we could beat the shit out of people with it. That would be very funny. I like getting XP, though. I guess, I guess I'll hold on to it for the moment. It's not killing anyone. So I got these burned notes, but we don't need them for anything. Although you brave the stench for hours, you glean nothing. Besides the fact that the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. Okay. Your investigation started to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. How do you address your weakened state? Take a nap? Buy a coffee? Jog around the block? Curiouser and curiouser. What should we do? I would like to take a nap, but that may not be... Jogging only makes you feel more tired, but it's a different type of tired. So, we're thinking... Coffee? The devil's own... Jogging probably consumes stamina. Coffee. The double frappe macchiato is a nice pick-me-up, but we are flat broke. So we can't even afford coffee. When you arrive at the fisherman's house, it stands long vacated. Peering in through the dusty window, you recoil in shock. +1 funds. +1 funds, okay. I see how it is. Wait. Man, this guy's a fisherman and he owned a whole ass mansion? What kind of fish was he catching? It's incredible. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust. You got a curse. Being suicidal. That is in fact a curse. You have a chance of losing stamina every time you lose reason. Just like in real life. No, in real life it really works more the other way around, isn't it? No, getting stabbed isn't good for your mental health. I don't know about you all. The fisherman's wife lies in the kitchen, mutilated and covered with black marks. Johnny, you holding up okay? Cool. Danger. This place isn't very dangerous, it doesn't look like. There's a danger meter over here. Probably not gonna need it for anything, so let's get the EXP backup. The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts to the floor where you stood just a second ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. Do we touch the stone? Do we study the symbols? Or do we run like cowards? What do we think? We have pretty good knowledge. Studying the symbols probably won't kill us. Probably. On the other hand, frequently you learn more by touching than by just sitting back and thinking in abstract terms. Runners don't solve mysteries, but they also don't get their throats slit. That's very important. We're Japanese schoolgirls, we don't want to fuck around with the tentacle monsters too much. Runners don't solve mysteries. Gonna bank on the possibility that this is knowledge-based. I was right. Hooray. You recognize some of the symbols from a stone tablet you saw at the museum. What's the connection? Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You lurk around, hoping to spot one of them. Suddenly, the air around you begins to whirl. A supernatural wave of freezing wind approaches you. You don't have the correct skill to do anything but just brace yourself. We failed a strength check and took 2 stamina damage. The blizzard chills you to the bone, then disappears as quickly as it began. The young man you found has glassy eyes, and mumbles his replies between caressing his catch. The beating movement in his arms disturb you. Okay, but his eyes aren't beating. See, it's a completely different mystery. Everything's fine. Keep on trucking. Burning daylight here. Something pulls you towards the beach. A silhouette, half buried in the sand, is calling you. Feeling your hands shaking, you take a step closer. Take it home. Ignore it. Take it home. Or ignore it. Take it home, 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 take it home. The game's clearly trying to tell us something. The statuette is surprisingly heavier than it looks. Mesmerized, you take it home and wonder where you'll display it. It's a bad idea. Everything I do is a bad idea. You should know that by now. After slow interrogation, the young man manages to stutter out something about an organized fishing trip. Does this count as a beach episode? We have spent a lot of time out on the beach, as it were. Cool air suddenly fills your mouth. It tastes metallic. Before you can react, you hear a low growling sound coming from behind you. Can it really be a beach episode with no fan service? You're the one who repicked the low-cut goth girl outfit. I don't think you can really say there's no fan service here. I mean, look, there's a cat. Everyone loves cats. Catus, the lunar cat. I don't have enough. Alright. Let's just hit this cat. Well, what's our 2 hit rate? 75, 75. This is gonna get us up to 85. Hold on. Nope. This is the best we're gonna do on short notice. Let's bonk Naughty Kitty. You dodged. You dodged. An old wound reopened. Dang it. You're covered in tiny cuts. More annoying than anything. Has no effects. If that's the case, then I guess we'll just leave it on. You've defeated Canis the Lunar Cat. Bonk the kitty. Bonk the kitty. You've got enough experience to level up. Choose 1 perk, 1 stat. Do I look like a cat to you? Honestly. Our choosable perks are Arcane Grasp, 2 additional spell slots, Leadership, +1 Charisma and a natural ability to lead others, or Quick Thinking, +1 Dexterity. You did meow yesterday, and whose fault is that? Quick Thinking, +1 Dex. There's always a way out from a seemingly hopeless situation. I don't like having Dex, and I want to get my Charisma up 1 as well. I don't really care about Strength. I'd prefer to avoid conflict if at all possible. Yeah, we got an upgrade. We're also at the end, so I'm going to equip the Rock Ring, just in case. You slip out at night and race towards the beach, terrified of what comes next. Alright, you son on the beach, let's do this. The full moon shines bright in the cloudless night sky. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only sounds are your own ragged breathing and pounding heartbeats. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. The possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across the dark ocean under a night sky. You cannot make the figures on board. It's not the sailors. Black beings must have left their bodies. Shocked, you watch them sail their way out of the harbor. You are terrified at their power, but relieved they did not drag their meat puppets with them. The black beings never returned, yet mothers would not let their children play on the beach. Over time, people forgot the last time they saw a boat out on the waves. Although some claim they see strange beings come into the port at night. Yeah, that just kinda happened. I didn't really participate in that anyway. I mean, you gotta figure we probably prevented something when we completed that one stage and managed to find and throw away all those fishing equipment. God only knows what they would have done with that much rope. I mean, at that point, you might as well pick a fight with Candlejack. Oh, Candlejack. Remember back when he was a huge meme? Probably not. I'm pretty sure all my viewers are like actual children. Anyway, Doom went down by 5. We got a bit of a heal. Fetid fumes. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Come on, man, seriously, just own up to it. Your rest action is less effective. That shit. Now let's head back home. You find another small key. Now we have a Cthulhu. Hi, Cthulhu. Picked him up earlier. Bought him for a song. A shower will help you calm down and does wonders for your sore muscles. Give me some more EXP. What's on TV? Same shit as always. No, that's not good enough. Give me something new. A minor earthquake in the seaside region has revealed the entrance to a partially flooded cavern system. Local scientists believe some of the corridors could be man-made. Dope. What was that? Probably just my imagination. Huh? What was that? Must have been the wind. Anyway, what do I do now? Contagious Coma, Violent Vigil, Twilight TV Terror. Alright, I remember Violent Vigil. It's a bit of a different case. Let's try this one out just for flavors. Vicious Verses, a Violent Vigil. You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm from Tokyo want from you? We regret to inform you of the passing of our client and your great-granduncle. His funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil, as per the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check out yourself. What's the worst that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? Following the arrival from the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where is everyone? So this is the other major type of investigation you can find in this year game. We're not gonna be investigating locations, instead we're going to be going around a singular defined area, in this case, the mansion. So that's the two of us head on in. I like how Khan is our best friend now and they just follow us everywhere. And with that, you're not a member of the family? You are now. Come here to the funeral. Following a suspicious person, you enter an old rundown mansion. It stinks like spoiled milk, and has only 2 doors, one of which you came through. You can't see the strange man anywhere. Do we lead through the other door? Or do we search the room? I mean, my investigator's instincts tell me that whenever you can't search a room, you should. That might just be me, though. But if we do have good knowledge and perception, so it may work. There's nothing really important here, but you think you might be able to use the one item you do find. Oh, it's another flashlight. I only need the one, so we'll just sell this one off. Thanks for the money, idiots. It takes you some time, but finally you manage to find someone. Is that another guest? You should ask them what they're doing here. 4 actions on the right allow you to investigate the location and interact with it. The time is 9 PM. There are 8 hours until dawn. Who's that? Hawado, a weird fiction writer. Hare is standing next to a window. The man is muttering something to himself, while his wife is observing you with her unnaturally bulgy eyes. The body is laid in the master's bedroom. You should pay him your respects. You can't now repeatedly turn the lights back on and off. You are here. Can't do anything but explore some more. Let's look for the master bedroom. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. The investigation can wait. A hot bath is too inviting. We still have the hot bath perk. That is coming up weirdly frequently. Come on, how do you not know how to take a hot bath? You just set the temperature to hot. Anyway, we don't have time for this shit. As inviting as it may be, you have more important things to do. Bring that doom score down. I got places to be. Pressing a kerchief to your nose, you enter the room. There's no way they allowed your granduncle to just lie there. What was the correct bow and clap? Or maybe the other guests will know. You return to the corridor. You notice another family member has arrived. You notice all the guests are studying small cards. You should ask them about it. Oh, you didn't get a letter? Here, take mine. And our new guest is Akane, a young heiress. These figures are randomized every playthrough. You're not going to get the same people in the same order every time. The young woman wrinkles her nose when she notices you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved on her necklace before. Oh, let's not pretend like we want to be here. We would like to thank you on behalf of our client for participating in this vigil on such short notice. He was a spiritual person, and left instructions we are asking you to follow closely. 9 PM, start of the vigil. 10 PM, pray over the body. Bow, clap, bye, bow, bow, bow. How bow brown cow? At 11 p.m. we'll have a modest supper. How modest are we talking here? Like, modest as in, you know, an elaborate soup and salad tray with fresh dinner bread? Or a modest supper as in you just ordered takeout from Chuck E. Cheese's? At 12 a.m. we pray again, this time clap, bow, clap, clap. At 1 a.m. At 2 a.m. we burn an envelope. At 3 a.m. we cover the mirror in the storage room. At 4 a.m. And at 5 a.m. is the end of the vigil. Okay, let's keep all that in mind. Who are you people? What were you to my uncle? Why doesn't this person move when I talk to different people? Anyway, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Bow, clap, bow, bow. You think you got your order, right? Well, enough of that, let's look at his foot. There's a weird symbol tattooed on the man's toe. You copy it onto your pamphlet. Looks like a candelabra? Spear? Set of horns, I don't know what to make of this. You've got an hour to kill now. This reminds me of one of my books, he says. Is that why they got you here? Are you too genre savvy for your own good? Akane doesn't want to be here. You swear you've seen that symbol engraved on her necklace, but it is a different symbol. We can see that very clearly. I have nothing left to do. Let's just explore some more. The investigation is starting to take its toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. Oh, good thing we had decreased doom earlier, Germany. Don't need to be rude, game. All the family members are cautiously eyeing the smelly dishes placed on a table in the corner of the room. The guests seem strangely uninterested in this vigil. You should explore more and learn what you can. And you two are the same as usual. The smell is so nauseating it almost makes you sick. Lose one's stamina. Oh, come on, I boosted my strength too. What do you mean wearing a ring made of just random rocks didn't let me eat flesh? Thought for sure that'd work. I know what's in the storage room. You shudder, instantly recognizing the room from the newspaper photo. 3 years ago, a man hanged himself here. A vigil being held in a place like this? In the wardrobe, you find a meat cleaver. Alright, speed up, hit rate way down. A crude weapon for a less civilized age. The sharpened edge can slice through the toughest cuts of meat. No point wielding it like a weapon if it's never gonna manage to hit anybody. Hey there, uncle. Alright, gotta just kill time for another hour, then pray again. I don't know if it's actually that good an idea to be following these orders from this mysterious man we don't know, or if they're telling us to do cursed shit. But hey, that's what we're doing. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Her final gruesome artwork. But that's just a lesson, a legend. Right? Sure, why not? Boo. On the sewing machine, you spot a strange engraving. When you get closer to investigate, Your mind is flooded with forbidden knowledge. Oh my god. That's why kids love the great taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Never would have imagined it. You leave the room quickly. You got a spell. Spend 4 doom to remove 1 injury. It's a bit weird these cuts haven't healed on their own, but we're just trucking. No one else here cares about the vigil. Body. It's missing. Gasp. Seems that someone has already removed all the furniture from this room. An overgrown plant casts an unsettling shadow. Where is everybody? Oh, come on, where is this old bastard? You didn't just vanish into the ether, old man, I know that much. Keeping an eye out for, Anyway, there's a ghost here. Countless spoons fly out of a cupboard when a ghastly figure materializes in the middle of the room. It's the Rumu ghost. Alright. Dodge. Let's take a glimpse at this lady. This attack cannot hurt a ghost enemy. Don't you know? Ghosts on exits. Yes, ghosts are fought differently than human enemies. We can use a baseball bat to sever her ties to the world, though. We can burn money to deal 9 damage. Grab a camera and take a picture of her. That's how you deal with ghosts, right? I didn't buy the camera earlier, though. Curses, I should have known. I should have known! Anyway, the important thing is... Now what the heck, it's something. Let's just examine first. Rumu Ghost freezes you. Cheap, no such scheme. Cheap? Cheap? An actor who died in a tragic spoon accident. God, I actually remember that case. Particularly gruesome. Anyway, the way you're supposed to deal with ghosts is the same way you deal with your uncle's carcass. Clapping and bowing. Most combat rituals are a combination of 5 bows and claps. If you don't get it right, you'll be provided with a hint. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can't really do anything else. Clap, 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 clap. You think you got 3 right, so 3 claps, 2 bows. Where are you? Bow, bow, clap, clap, clap. Oh. The order does matter, that was just blind luck. You have successfully banished Rumu Ghost. 8 XP. You managed to find one of the guests. They are shaken, but otherwise safe. You both decided to get the hell out of this place, but the door is gone. It's 1 AM. Nothing happens at 1 AM. Body's still missing. There's still nothing in this room, it doesn't look like. That's really concerning. There's still Los Flores. Well, if the door is gone, then let's just find something else. corpses are strung up on wire, like macabre marionettes, with paint smiles and rosy cheeks. Lose to reason. Boy, that sure is fun. The corridors twist and turn, trapping you in this mansion. You think you can hear the other guests somewhere, but should you risk getting yourself lost? Poke. Poke, poke, poke. Poke, 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 poke. Ah. That guy is really resistant getting poked. Burn the envelope found. And that is that is really poorly laid out. I'm sorry, this is amateurish. Where is this? There's gotta be something more to this than what I'm finding here. I feel extremely dumb. And you stared at me is not helping. Stop it. Didn't anyone ever tell you about respecting other people's privacy? There we go. Burn the envelope. It takes some time, but you finally find an envelope. Following the instructions, you burn it without opening. You feel weird following obscure orders. We can't open it, it's already been burned. Next time we gotta cover the mirror in the storage room. And get the heck out of here. You are planning out your next steps. You got you thinking about everything that needs to be done, and then everything that could happen, and every awful thing that's already happened, and now all you can think about is just how scary and horrible things are. It's probably not healthy holding all this in. In real life, not in-game. You shuffle off somewhere you won't get noticed, and let the tears gush out. Eventually, you shakily get to your feet. You still don't feel too great, but for now, at least it's out of the system. Gotta reason back up. Not dead yet. The other guest is now safe with you. The whole building cracks and moves. You're scared of what comes next. Where did you go off to earlier? Cover the mirror in the storage room. Cover what? What do I cover it with? The room is empty. Game, give me something to work with here. I did not come this far just to fall down at the last hurdle. Stop mocking me! Kill that. No, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. You can't make me. Jerk. You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old, locked cabinet. When you remove the book's wrappings, you recoil in disgust. It's bound in human flesh. How can you possibly tell that just by looking? That's just obviously not possible. Anyway, what do we do with the book? It might contain useful information, or it might drive us insane. You know what they say about, not being allowed to make your Call of Cthulhu character have a phobia of books? I really don't think we should, tolerate things' continued existence. Nothing good could possibly come of that. So, bitch. You may never know what's inside the hideous book, but that's a good thing. Doom goes down by 3. As the vigil is nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more, until the walls start to collapse, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. Oh god, we're in New Jersey! The walls of the alien corridor collapse, revealing an alien landscape. You can taste blood in your mouth as the slimy appendages slowly get closer. A voice in your head tells you what to do. We could sacrifice the guests, but that seems like a bad idea. Instead, we could carve the cursed symbol we found on our uncle's foot. The bloated corpse of your uncle slowly floats into the room as the remaining walls collapse. The contract. I don't know what you sound. The contract is not over yet. Sacrificing the other leads to bad karma, which leads to your own demise. No, I'm pretty sure it just, means you get arrested for murder. That's the ending I got last time I played this stage. Anyway, look at this guy. It's the horrible old man. And he inflicts doom damage. That's real scary. 85. Which means we should probably just try to kill him as quickly as possible. Oh no, it's an OG-san, put it down. Yeah, die, idiot! Hold on. Take one look at him just for completion's sake. Still getting all of our damage. Alright. Time to kill this old man with a baseball bat. You missed, Eddie. Weak against magic. Horrible old man doesn't do anything. The old man claiming to be your uncle died in 1838 and 1943. He's an eldritch man weak against magic. We don't know any... I don't know any attack magic though, so I guess we're just gonna have to keep on hitting him. Don't have enough movement to do anything other than that. Stamina for 2 reason. Bonk. Bonk. Old man doesn't do anything. He's just standing there. Menacingly! Now he's smiling at me. Alright, we'll see who's smiling when I finish bashing your brains out. Dick. There. That ought to learn ya. You've defeated the horrible old man. If only it were that easy in real life. The contract is void. A voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the grass. An old mansion nowhere to be seen. Next to you are the other guests. Everything feels like a bad dream. Was the man claiming to be your granduncle really trying to cheat death itself? You and the other family members finally exit the forest and leave the nightmare of it behind. One thing is certain, though. You will never open letters from law firms in Tokyo. Yeah, the sad, horrible irony is that the next day we're going to receive a letter that's going to reveal that our actual granduncle was a billionaire, and we now have 800 funds. Too bad, really. Anyway, we leveled up. Completing a mystery grants a random spell, and that's a bit much. Plus one knowledge, and we know a lot about rituals and myths. Perception, we've got enough for art and details. I feel like we're going for more of a knowledge build, but I do appreciate some good art. And we haven't had a perception check in a while, which is honestly kinda scaring me. I want to take a point of luck, because God knows we need it. Sure, let's go with this. And our new effect is... drumroll, please. A price hike! Oh god. Maybe the real horror is inflation. Preparing for the worst. People are stocking up on everything, making it harder for you to get what you need. All our shop items cost 1 more fund than previously. Someone keeps giving us keys for solving unrelated mysteries. It's pretty dope. Man, being a detective's easy. Nothing in here. It's a nice day outside, though. Right, Cthulhu? Yeah, you know what's up. You know what's up. Home Slice, you're my new best friend. I'm gonna take a bath. Gonna take a cold shower to get our brain back. Cold water helps you organize your thoughts. Plus one reason. A local dentist has been found guilty of implanting dog teeth on their human patients. Motive is currently unknown. And that's not even scary, that's just like slightly unusual. Someone standing in the shadow, watching your door. Bit weird, isn't it? You know what? I don't need you. Give me my reason back. This could come up. Our Doom store isn't that terrible. All we haven't stored is our burnt notes. Well, once more into the breach, dear friends. Our Twilight Terror was an alternate version. Okay, not in gameplay terms, but it was an alternate route we could have taken instead of... What am I thinking? The Violent Devil. So the only case we have left to investigate is... the curious case of a contagious coma. More and more people fall unconscious and cannot be awakened. People trying to wake the patients up result in them falling into a coma themselves. Girlfriend in a coma, I know that is serious, so I wouldn't want anything to happen to her. Do you really think she'll pull through? Do you? A whole wing of the town's hospital has been dedicated for the comatose. Is there anything connecting these people? And how did this strange illness start? Let's check the news reports about this weird disease and try to find the cause before any more people fall asleep. Patient 0. Investigate the village location twice to complete this quest. But first we gotta go to school. She hasn't come to school since last week. I keep hearing a wailing sound coming from the third stall in the girls' bathroom. Yeah, I remember Chilly Night too. If they didn't draw those drawings, then who did? Alright, we have Hikaru, who seems relaxed. Kaede, who is staying at the clouds but seems fine. And Kairi, who seems relaxed. One of you join me. No? Sounds strange, but my god, an actual friend. Hikaru, you are useless to me. What is with you all? Damn it. You look fine. You look fine. Hey. Did you know? This happened to a friend of a friend. Kaede seems visibly shaken by your story. It's, just a story, right? And now he will join us. +1 reason and +1 stamina. There. Alright, Kaede. You were a late addition to the party, but I trust that you'll be able to carry your own weight. Still don't know how to talk, though. I swear these people do talk to you sometimes. It's getting really bad pulls. Anyway, let's check the news, which for some reason we do at school. Guess that library's pretty great. I forgot to re-equip my compass so we can get our XP back. With the trail growing cold, might be time for a different approach. Could a similar case have occurred in the past? A trip to the library might be a good idea. I mean, I was under the impression that's what we were there for. This is a purely random event, this was just a coincidence, but I'm gonna roll with it. Somehow we failed a knowledge check. And I hate my luck. It was a complete waste of time. You've spent the whole day reading about cute dogs, giant vegetables, and the occasional accident. You find nothing related to the case at hand. Anyway, you found something related to the case at hand. Reports mention patient 0. Who might they be? Let's find out. A sudden growl from behind a corner makes you stop. It's a gremlin! A ghoul! A ghost! I do fight with good old-fashioned arms and legs, so I'm gonna dodge. And counter. This do us any good? Bash. Ghoul scratches you. 17 damage, huh? Our 2-hit chance is 90, though. That's something. Placeholder text. Man, that's a scary attack right there. Unbelievable. And shudders to think. Please stop hitting me. Alright, you know what? Tired of dealing with you. Bonk. There we go. God, what a dick. You have to sneak into the hospital and borrow Patient Zero's information. You enter the hospital looking for information about a certain patient. The main corridor is dark and strangely empty. You spot a nurse at the registration booth. She's asleep from exhaustion. We could get past her pretty easily. Set a trash can on fire to create a distraction. Her dex is pretty good, though. Yeah. You manage to sneak past her and rummage through the cabinet. Finally, you locate the information you were looking for. Plus 10 experience. You've got the name and address. Let's get out of here. They say as we go back in here, thank you for the hydro redeem. And the stretch. Okay. Maybe I should talk to a hospital to find out what the hell is up with my body. You find yourself in an old, unused part of the hospital. You take a deep breath. The disgusting smell of thawed remains still lingers in the room. It used to be the hospital's mortuary, where doctors determined the causes of death. I'm sure whatever we look in here, we will find nothing on board. Sure, if we yank the cloth off the dissection table, we'll find nothing mentally scarring. And the inside of the freezer will probably just be a chill place. Do we need more information from the cabinet? I'm gonna be real with you, I don't know why we're here in the first place. Want to pull the cloth off? Well, you should have typed faster. Yeah, take a peek into the freezer, but can't see anything important, You wonder what could smell so awful if there's nothing inside. Nearby, the body on the dissection table twitches slightly. The horror of countless autopsies stands before you. Well, this is what was under the cloth. It's Jane Doe. She's a ghost. Alright. Yeah, let's give her a round of applause. I'm very impressed that you decided to show up even though I was too quick to look at you myself. Nothing happens, you think you got 3 ritual moves right. Doctor, have you performed autopsies? I mean, yeah, obviously. What do you think my job is? 2, 1, 2, 3. I swear this is just blind luck on my part. I'm not like... I don't even know what. Patient Zero's house seems empty. You should search it carefully. Walking through the park, you find a little girl. Alone. On the playground. When you ask what's wrong, it is that she can't find her mommy. Luckily, you spot the girl's address on a backpack lying nearby. What if Dr. Midori would like the mortuary assistant? Probably not. I've seen that going around. It seems like all the big VTubers have been playing it recently, but I don't really. I barely know anything about it beyond it being a horror game. Yeah. Anyway, the damnedest thing is, if this wasn't a horror game we were playing right now, there would be no reason to question what the right answer here was whatsoever. It's pretty okay. You mean it's pretty okay, I guess? Anyway. On the one hand, I don't trust this girl. On the other hand, I don't trust the cops. Truly, this is the greatest conundrum of our era. I do like this effect where we can... Your mouse kind of fizzles out as you move. That's very good. Anyway, you want to leave the cops, okay? You tell the girl to wait while you look for an officer. When you get back, she's gone. Spooky! A man dabbled in magic. You found a journal, describing a certain village and instructions for a summoning ritual. It seems he tried to contact a being from the realm of dreams. Anyway, we have to investigate the village twice for our side quest. I bet we gotta, contact his parent or something. We should probably do that now that we've actually, started working on him. Feeling hungry, you've entered a small local restaurant and ordered the daily special made with today's catch. Just really how those fishermen go. Oh, come on, that's just shrimp and sushi, you coward. You coward, eat the shrimp. Wait. Feeling the eyes of the restaurant's guests on your back, you take a small bite of the smelly seafood. It tastes like the sea and melts in your mouth. The restaurant owner nods and smiles strangely. You have a new curse. You have a chance of raising doom at every investigation. Oh, crap. That's extremely bad, actually. Nope, gotta do it one more time. Following a weird gargling noise, you enter an alley. Standing in the shadow, you notice a person wearing a policeman's uniform. Groove along, citizen. Nothing to see here. Man, that's really hard. You've made a horrible mistake. God, he's so lumpy. Why are you so lumpy, old man? Anyway, this is police brutality, and I'm not gonna stand for it. Bonk. You dodged the attack. Alright. Our jackass doesn't stand a chance. Wait, he grabbed us. Crap, this is bad, actually. We dodged. Yes. Bad. Bad cop. Lumpy officer reaches for his gun. That seems like an unnecessary escalation of this situation, my good sir. You dodged the attack. Okay. And he's dead now. The old man from the village hands you a package. This should help you understand the illness. We got an item, and we got a level. Alright, creating spells regains extra reason. Or we get a luck, and we get to be attuned with the natural rhythm of life. This is our last quest, and it's not outdoors. It's probably bad to kill a cop. That thing looked like a real cop to you. Didn't even have a face. I mean, honest. Face those death sentences, right? Yeah, but you're not gonna get one for killing just one person, no matter. Even if that person was a disgusting pig. Anyway, no, I want my stamina back. I'm kind of getting my ass kicked here. As long as we have that stuff. Gonna make my doom go down, because it could go back up at any moment. You cough up blood and something else. Anyway, the man was dabbling in magic and tried to contact something or someone from the demon realm. Let's investigate some more. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increased. It is now threat level lavender. Is that better or worse? I don't know. The quarantine wing is guarded closely. You must find a way to sneak through. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling. As if something bad is about to happen. The elevator door opens and... The elevator door opens, revealing a hospital corridor. I told you that point of luck was gonna help us. There it is. I hope you find an answer here. But we do still have the dust of seeing. Momentarily renders invisible creatures partially visible. Use to set enter tower to 0. A white dust with no smell. You've managed to sneak through the floor, avoiding the police and finally reaching the quarantine wing, where all the coma patients were brought in. Their pulse is slowly dropping, and the blood pressure weakening. No, wait, scratch that, reverse it. You must hurry. Let's use the Dust of Seeing. Dang, that used it up. I was kind of hoping we could defeat that enemy. Following the old man's advice, you throw the Dust of Seeing in the air. It reveals weird, elongated monsters hanging from the ceiling, one above every bed. Each creature is connected to a patient with an undulating tendril. As you try to process everything, one of the disgusting creatures raises its head and looks in your direction. Da-da-da-da-dun, boom. The creature causing the contagious coma plaguing the town has taken notice of you. You must defend yourself. Or perish! Here we are, the Dream Devourer. Wasn't this guy the bad guy from Chrono Cross? Anyway, it is made of meat. We can attack it. We can bonk it a bit. Has no special skills, it's weak against magic, which tells us nothing. The cosmic parasite feeding off the dreams and memories of ordinary people. Our hit rate is 90%. But it tries to swallow us whole. Bro, don't do that. You were gonna trigger so much weird fan art. Your mind is on fire. And not in the good way you're used to. Like, by you, I mean like me specifically, because I'm very smart, as we have all long since established. Alright, why aren't any of my dodges succeeding? I'm gonna play it like that, maybe I'll just make you die first, huh? See how you like it. Tears at your flesh. What's your memories? Yeah, well, you know what? Remember this. You don't screw with my town. That would've been really cool if there had been like some sort of dramatic finishing move animation. Anyway, I think I fucked us up real bad. But we did it. The creature's severed body falls on the floor and starts melting slowly. The remaining part slithers back into the now closed hole in the ceiling. You've managed to catch a glimpse of the other side. The other side makes you fall on your knees. It wasn't its body that you managed to cut off. It was just a finger. A singular long white finger. Is this that new Pokemon that everyone hates? Did I successfully kill it before it could be introduced to the main games? Shaken, you sneak out from the hospital. One thing is certain, though. It's the end of this weird illness. The hospital is now safe. 30 XP, 15 EXP, minus 5 doom, 1 reason. A weird epidemic is keeping the hospital busy. Treatment and surgery cost more. Oh, well, that doesn't impact my life any. You know what does impact my life? Got the keys. We got the showers. Because we can get our stamina back up. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We're still being watched. Much like this lady, who is still gutting that octopus. Thought for sure that would work. Alright, we have no more mysteries. We have 3 more keys. It's time. Chunk. 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 This is it. Final battle. Beware of the man who speaks in hands, cause in we go. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you 2 things. That whoever, or whatever, is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place. They should run as far as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing these stairs. Which means we should probably take this moment to reattach our severed bits. You rest a bit. It's just 1 dungeon, we'll be fine. Alright, heal all the way back up to full. I don't need you anymore. Probably don't need the meat cleaver either. But hey. Alright. This is it. Final dungeon. Let's go. Climbing up the stairs. With our friends. Kana, our neighbor. Did you hear that? Never mind. And Kaede. Kaede smiles faintly. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. The cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered in a weird, moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch. Water. But to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. Okay. And strength check, dang it. They really suck. You're surprised at how much effort it takes to disconnect the faulty plug. As you force it, the weird goo burns your fingers. Finally, you manage to separate the faulty plug and connect the proper cable. With a buzz, the gate opens. You lose 3 stamina from manhandling the freaking acid with your bare hands. And to think, all of this could have been avoided if we just used a pair of gloves. Proper lab safety is important. Alright, 2nd floor. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. It's nothing personal, kid. You are fighting Tachi-san, the ultimate opportunist. I just need you to be dead before I am. One of the conspirators, trying to wake the old gods. He deals doom damage by holding us in place. That's all there is to it. He's not particularly strong. He is weak to blunt force trauma. So we're just gonna keep on hitting him with this baseball bat. Just give up, kiddo. No, I don't think I will. Bonk. That'll learn ya. Is he dead or just unconscious? We did hit him a lot. Oh well, we're almost there. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. The tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Using your own body as a natural conductor, you will power up the gates. Okay. You are about to grab the rods when you notice the dials and buttons. You toy with them for a bit before adjusting both voltage and current so it's safe for you to grab them. The buzz gate opens. Alright, we've already been tested on strength, knowledge. And that's up dex. And luck, why not? Come on, we gotta be getting close. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the central pillar. There's a switch inside, but you'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. Oh boy, this is gonna sting a bit. Just kidding, I'm super talented. You've managed to locate the door switch while avoiding the knife glass shards. With a buzz, the gate opens. Alright, we're almost there. You are stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyway. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast. Let's try to reason with her, because that's the only option we're getting. Not enough charisma. You try to talk her into allowing you to pass when suddenly she raises the knife and slices right across her own throat, nearly decapitating herself. You carefully step over her body. And that one's gonna haunt us forever, isn't it? Save the world, but you couldn't save one person. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? Bang. That'll learn ya. Take that, spiders. As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening of the old god, but what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber, again and again, until the stars are right again. Congratulations, you're safe. For now. Right, you've survived. Level 5, a difficulty level skeptic. Final equipment, a baseball bat, a flashlight, and a rock ring. Sought 4 mysteries, saw 5 new events, encountered 9 new enemies, and unlocked 4 new achievements. Please stop resetting. You all aren't seeing it, but my game window keeps jerking off to the side and covering up my OBS chat. It's bad, because I like talking to you all. That's what I'm doing here and not somewhere else. Anyway, that was World of Horror. Or more accurately, that was World of Horror on the easiest difficulty level. With default stats. We certainly didn't see much of that one, now did we? I wouldn't be opposed to going and doing a new story, because this game has a lot more to show off. We'll be back with super hard difficulty later this week, huh? Probably. It'd make for good content. Yeah, no, seriously, we have barely scratched the surface of what is actually in this game. There's multiple different characters, there's tons of cases, there's, what is there? Color palettes we could play on, like this horrifying shade of pink. Oh wow, that's disgusting, why would anybody do that? God, all this stuff I deliberately chose not to do. I just saw this game is still in early access. Yeah! It is. But it's already got different backstories you can give your character, different characters you can pick. It looks bad, but it honestly works better than that blue. Anyway, you could, if you wanted to, play as an idol, or a med student, or a yakuza. You could start out with the cult already knowing your name, hunting you down, or have a medical history that makes you take injuries every time you take damage. You could pick an entirely different timeline. Every year, our city is visited by hundreds of tourists investigating the paranormal. You play on endless mode. You could fight this eye. You could have an occult store. And a witch that you could talk to find stuff. There's a lot we've yet to see. And I do plan on streaming this game more often for the rest of the month at least. Because I don't have any other horror games in my library. But that's a discussion for another time. I wonder if there's anybody live we could go out and raid right now. Lobotomy Corporation, SteamWorld Dig, playing Wolf, COD. Bye, Doctor, take care. Goodbye. Oh, Tomei, we're going raiding Angel Online. We did talk to her a while ago, but I feel like it's been a while since then. That's the wrong button. I'm looking for the raid channel button, you dingus. Anyway, Angel is currently playing balloons. Why not? Balloons are fun. Everyone likes balloons. Balloons are poggers, as the children say. So until then, please try to avoid getting eaten by any Cthulhu, and I will see all of you next time. Fare thee well.